up, you guys? It's Mary.
And Alma.
Hey, but just like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are talking about Love is Blind, and my God, was Marshall blind when he chose Jackie in those pods.
I can see I'm blind.
I mean, I know you did not get to see her. You know, Jackie was a mess when she went. Oh, and like, you know, and somebody said that no, she does not like to be slapped around in our comment section. I don't know if I really believe that. I feel like she likes that, like, rough love, like where the man really doesn't love you and kind of treats you badly. The fact that she said the reason why she broke with Marshall is because he's too sensitive.
Well, she said she wants him to be aggressive and, like, I guess she was talking about during sex. So aggressive, I just feel like
I don't want sex to be aggressive. Like, please miss me with that.
Sometimes
like,
I think what happens is people are introduced to sex, the way they have been introduced is through this, like, violence. Everybody has their stuff that they do, but you know, and they can't really achieve completion, I guess, without going that route.
Right.
But I've always felt like sex is something that's sacred. It's something that's supposed to be beautiful, sacred, minus all of those things. It can also be very passionate, like, and just totally and completely amazing.
Yeah.
Without all of that, without someone having to, like,
debase you.
Debase you, like, all of that is not necessary.
It was actually Motown Investors, so shout out to her. She's one of our loyal subscribers.
Yeah, she's been there from the very beginning.
Yes, for sure. I just think that, I mean, do I think she wants to be slapped around? It could possibly be that, but I also think she just doesn't feel like he's a man because he's emotional, or the fact that he wears his emotions on his sleeve, or the fact that he allows her to get away with so much. She's probably used to a man who tells her what to do, puts her in her place, tells her to shut up, probably puts her down, or does little subtle remarks,
or cheats on her.
She's used to a man that treats her the way she treats Marshall, in a very careless, reckless way, and just like not caring, not having empathy. Like the fact that that's why she broke up with him, I feel like she obviously has some healing to do. The fact that she went and she kissed Josh and she had not even broken up with Marshall yet, I thought was just very classless. And then she goes and she tells him this, like, it's not like, she said, it's bad enough that you go and you break his heart, right? But then you decide, I'm going to spit on your heart. I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to put it in a bin. I'm going to burn it in the back of Josh's house while I'm there getting my freak on with him. Like, she just decided, I'm just going to obliterate you. Like, she didn't even care. I'm with Josh. I'm attracted to him. I can't love you. Like, and then when he walked away, went up the steps.
You're too much. You're too emotional. Blah blah blah. Like,
and then when she went up the steps, she looked at him. She like, oh my God. She's like, you can't take a hint. Why did I have to say all that? Like, probably like blaming him.
I don't know why she was still there. Like,
I just thought it was odd. It was very, you know, Jackie.
And then he says, I want my ring back. I'm not giving you a ring back.
He said, well, sis, you ain't going to get the ring back. Whenever you see that, recognize that you lost something great.
She's about to go give that up and
at the pawn shop for some money.
Sell that stuff. So, no, she will not be looking at it thinking about you. Or she might keep it, but still not think about you. Maybe keep it and say, oh, yes, this was that sucker I was with. I mean,
embarrassing.
Hopefully, she will. The last thing that she said, I was like, yes. When she says, maybe I just need to go do some work on myself, yes. She
said, I might not be with Josh, I might not even be with Marshall, but maybe I need some self-healing.
You do.
That is very obvious. I don't even know. I feel like she wasted the experiment. Like, people who genuinely actually want to be in the experiment, she just wasted people's time.
I think so. What is that? What are you looking at?
Just give me a
What again? Okay, okay,
from the door.
Okay. I think it went on the shirt though.
Oh no, it didn't.
It did.
All right, I didn't want to go into the house. But yeah, so that was a mess. Another person who I think was a mess was Chelsea. Chelsea gives me crazy vibes. Why do you want to go and do an underwear photo shoot with a man who you don't even know is going to be saying yes to you on your wedding day?
You know why? Because
lunatic.
Just in case it don't
get
work
out, brother, get out.
I'm going to have this picture of this man and myself.
I'm sure his Ghanaian mother was not very happy about him being in some Calvin Klein underwear with some woman.
Oh, was it Calvin Klein?
I mean, I just felt like it was very odd. Why do you, like, I mean, usually engagement photos are not, that's a huge, I ain't never seen no fly that big in my life. And my thing is, engagement photos, usually you're in a very nice outfit. You're not in some underwear. Like, the only time you're in underwear is, like, if your wife is pregnant. And then even when they had him down there and he's, like, his head's in between her non-existent chest, I just thought it was just, like...
No, it wasn't her tummy.
Like, what is that? Like,
it's
is she
like
pregnant? Like, she wants to announce, like, oh, I'm having a pregnancy, so he's kissing my... Chelsea need help. He need to get out because, as far as I'm concerned, that is the type of woman who will put nair in your hair, or she might
narrative. Oh, Kwame.
He's the best man. He's so talented.
So
oh my God, he knows how to play guitar. Which really, sounded like the homeless person on the corner could have did that song. But hey, she thought he could sing and play guitar.
But even when they were in the store, right, to get herself, I don't know, some biker shorts. And she's there making you will not have known until he talked about you. You will not have known that they had kind of like almost like quarreled.
Kwame always seems to be in pain when he's around that woman. He just seems like it looks like he's disgusted with himself for being with this person. Like he just always looks like he's in. It reminds me of Blake. Like he always makes some face like.
Oh, Blake, yes.
Like, he's just. He don't look happy. He looked like he trapped. That's the word. He looked trapped. Like, and then Chelsea, obviously, she does not feel like Kwame is attracted to her. So when she was in that whole scene and was it getting the clothes, I mean, can I get any hotter? I mean, how hot am I? And then he said, "Oh, that fit tough. That tough. That fit tough." What is that? What the hell does that mean? Just say I'm beautiful. Just say I'm beautiful. I mean, and like Kwame's always looking down. You be Chelsea, and I would be Kwame.
What are you
like
doing?
she's always searching for his eyes. Like when this man said he was suffocated, I said I felt suffocated in Tanzania, and I'm not even in that relationship. Like, get out, Kwame. That's all I got to say. I hope you said no.
It was hilarious. This lady is like. I don't know what to say. Mama, help me with my stuff. Just put it back there.
I want to start a bet in the comment section, y'all. I bet 2,000 shillings, which is $1, that Kwame says no.
I think
I put money on it that he gonna say no.
I think
how much you got on it? How much money you put on it?
Nothing. Will I be surprised if he says no? No. But I mean, the sister-in-law seems very happy. The brothers there has prayed for him.
He gonna need all the praying he gets.
Her father seems very happy. Her mom and the women in her life seem very happy. And when he came out, he was like, "Yeah, they're all Chelseas. All Chelseas." He didn't seem too happy about that.
Not at all.
Like, oh boy.
I felt bad for the brother. I felt bad for my African brother. I really did.
Well, I mean, Kwame, I don't know if I feel sorry for Kwame. I mean, really. You know what I'm saying? Because, like...
Well, I feel bad now because the family has said we have prayed on it, so there's no turning back.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, y'all are not the ones going to be trapped in this relationship with this crazy woman who got me in underwear when he know my mama think I'm a virgin.
He will learn to... I don't even want to...
To tolerate her? You should have to tolerate your partner.
No. As time goes on, they will learn to... it's not a bad thing to marry someone that you guys are not, like, meshing completely. As time goes on,
I don't think he likes her. He didn't want her. That lie he told someone about he has never wanted anybody so bad was a lie. Because he actually wanted Micah.
Yeah, he really did.
He didn't want no Chelsea.
Yeah, he really wanted Micah. That's the thing. But, there's a song, there's a country song out there
God.
that talks about, thank God for unanswered prayers, right?
He's not even praying. He hasn't prayed in 15 years.
You may feel like you want this kind of person. But then this other one is the one that's good for you. And like the father said, they both seem to be ambitious. The father says, it might work after all. But
I
if
think
he
he's gonna
says
say no, I'll be
and
very
even
happy.
if she also says no.
She's already said I do.
I know she said I do, he said I do. But now remember that now they're asking them, do you take? Oh, she said I do. Oh, it's his turn. Oh.
Remember, and I was like, man, so I hate when they do that. They could have given us at least one nugget, but now we have to wait and tune in next week.
They want you to tune in next week. That's why they
put
we're
going to tune in regardless.
That's why they put him first. Them first. So it's going to be interesting.
But let's go ahead, because we already at 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about who we want to talk about.
Let's talk about Brett and Tiffany.
Tiffany seems off.
I don't know. It's something about Tiffany and Micah. They give me the same kind of vibes, where you're just not quite sure
if they like the man they're with.
If they're really in this for this marriage stuff. Tiffany, it's like you're crying because of some dresses. Like the way that she'll cry. He takes you on a plane ride, makes this very romantic dinner for you. He sits there and tells you how much he loves you and all of this stuff, and pours his heart out to you. And no, you don't fall asleep this time. However, you pick up your drink after he's finished talking. He's expecting you to say, at least reciprocate something. You go, taking the food and eating and looking at everybody and saying, you're cool.
I want to be like you.
I was just like, what is going on?
My thing is, I think a lot of women will be so happy to hear their man declare their love for them. Like, if I had a man who did that for me, I'm giving my full attention. I want you to know that I hear you, I see you, I respect you, and I appreciate you vocalizing your feelings to me and making me feel secure and making me feel like you want me. I ain't going to be sitting down here snacking on no dates and drinking no wine while you telling me this stuff. I don't care if I haven't eaten in 3 days. I don't.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And Brett was looking at her up and down. It was very subtle. Y'all go to the dinner. Brett looked at her like this. It was very subtle. It was very subtle.
Always have in the background the time you slept, as I talked about my brother's fiance dying.
No, his brother died.
Oh, the brother died.
The brother died. He waited 10 years to bury the woman, just for him to end up dying, and they had to go from a wedding to a funeral. But I felt like she fell asleep when he was trying to basically not tell her that he loved her, so that's why I gave her a pass. But I'm thinking that's not even what I gotta go back and watch that. Y'all let us know.
No. The guy has started to talk about the brother.
Yeah.
She was listening. As a topic like that, you're trying to figure out, because what I was trying to figure out was, what is he trying to say? Is he trying to say, give a story about the brother and why he doesn't want a relationship yet, or why he wants a relationship? That's something you'll be listening for. So for you to fall asleep at any point in that story, that's in the backdrop. In his mind, when you're sitting there as he's talking to you, pouring his heart out, and you decide to eat and drink. But so that's why with Tiffany, I'm just like, Micah, the same thing.
Micah and Paul, I don't like how someone is always laughing at their spouse. He has no style.
I mean, she did that one time, but...
No, but she's laughed at him on other numerous occasions. Like, even with that Shelby character who we think might have been her lover at one point or another. Yeah. Like, she basically turned on him because, you're not taking it personally that she's talking bad about you. You should take it personally because that's how she feels about you. Okay, I don't care if the homeless person on the block think I'm a loser. That's not my business.
And I don't know if it's genuine. She seems to be speaking on his behalf now. Saying he's a really nice guy and they just don't understand. We have set a foundation and stuff, and he is really smart. And it seems as though she's like trying to make a case for him. I don't see Tiffany really doing that for Brett, trying to make a case for him.
I think she won't say no.
So I just don't know. And remember, she also said that she never saw herself even the mom, or is that the aunt, said she never saw her, I guess, ever getting married.
She said she always wanted, like, she always looked for a soulmate. She didn't really care about having a wedding and all this and that. I mean, everybody wants to be married to a soulmate.
So maybe she's kind of like Oprah or Shonda Rhimes. There's some women, Diane Keaton, who don't want to get married at all, you know. So maybe she's just one of those women. I mean, you know. But at least let Brett know. I thought
Brett was a quality guy. I mean, this man basically came from nothing. He now has some money. Looks like he can actually take care of you.
Yeah.
And it actually seems like he actually genuinely loves her.
Wants to.
And you, I mean, even if you're not feeling him, I would try to make it work. I'll try to do some inner healing or whatever. Yeah. I mean, also the thing is, he is tall. He is good looking. Mm-hmm. I mean, the brother
beautiful dimples.
Very beautiful.
I don't know Brett that I don't know why. I don't know. There's something. Before he actually even got with Tiffany, there's just, and I can't put my finger on it.
We're gonna see.
But we will see as time goes on. You know, we will see.
Yeah. But who else do we have to talk about? Zach and Bliss. That father. A-ho.
Oh my goodness.
A-ho.
Yeah.
Okay?
I do not like the fact that Zach got up and left her there at that time to go to the bathroom.
I thought he wanted to talk.
And I thought he would come back and at least comfort her or something. And I just don't want Bliss to be in a situation where she got to fight for Zach's battles and stuff like that. Zach, I know you got your story of your poverty and all that. You're not the only one in the world who has a story to tell. At some point, you're going to have to leave that story right where it is, wherever the story was happening. You're going to have to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to let certain stories go. Okay? Yes, this happened. You grew up in poverty. You're not the only one. Your mother was a stripper. You're not the only one.
If your
mom was in a stable situation. Yes, you made something of yourself. You're an attorney now and all that. Yes, you had rich girlfriends whose rich, classless, snobby parents. I wouldn't say classless. You know why? Because they're wealthy. They probably know, you need money to live these days. And then they look at your background and they understand how family can play a part in your life. So I can see if you lead with that statement.
But his mom's not even alive though.
She's not alive. So I'm not quite sure.
Why the family wouldn't accept him. I mean, if you were poor and you were living on the corner, I could see why somebody would not accept you. But you have the MBA, you are a scientist or whatever, you have money. So as far as I'm concerned, even if your mama was a stripper and you were marrying my daughter, I would still invite you in because you want to, you have a good head on your shoulders and you have made something of yourself. Like, you're not some,
like you have this story. It's like before I could even see Zach, I got this story in front of me. And yes, okay, family members treated you bad. Stay in the present. Now you're with Bliss. Her mother is there, has been amazing to you with the sister.
She's been phenomenal.
Okay, maybe the stepmom and the dad, they're not, But
well, the dad just seems like he's not a present father because my thing is he was basically trying to call his daughter dumb. And then he was sitting down there, interrupting her. Well, you're just getting married to get married. He strikes me as one of those fathers who have not been present at all much of the their lives, but has a lot of judgment, a lot of stuff to say, where you really don't even have not one pinky toe to stand on because you were never there during my development. So why are you even saying anything to me when I am 32 years old? Where the hell were you for those 32 minus years?
And you know something? Your wife does not look very happy. So I don't know how that relationship is going. And then the other thing, you've been divorced. So you need to take a step over there.
He really should have shut the hell up, really. But if I were her, I just feel like there's
I understand as a parent, you're like, whatever. But at the same time, though...
She's 32. What can you really say to a 32-year-old? Like, I mean, if my daughter was 32 getting married, I'm not going to...
decisions by that time. She has lived her life for 32 years. She knows what she's doing. She knows what feels right to her and what doesn't feel right to her.
I just feel like there's just some parents where they're just like, how they are. They come to certain events. They act the plum fool. you know, hey, this person, this parent right here, my daddy, he probably gonna never know my spouse beforehand. Yeah. He might come to the wedding, be in the back, but he ain't gonna be knowing him and us, them having a chit chat. Like sometimes you just can't be letting all the family in. Yeah. And I just felt like the stepdaddy is one of them.
Yeah, even like, the dad, the stepmom, yeah.
I mean, he acted like, it just was, the whole thing was so cringe and it just annoyed me.
But Zach seems to be one of it.
But Zach tried to be there, like he even winked at her or whatever when the dad was asking her, well, what do your parents say about this?
He was trying
like,
to,
my parents will be on board.
Yeah, talk to her, look at her, communicate with their eyes. He really tried to do that.
I still get a little creeped out by the way he'd be looking at people. It's not my flavor of tea. Yeah. I don't know.
There's some people like that. I have a girlfriend
it's really
who's like
intense.
that, and she's always like. And it's funny because
but I had to learn. The windows to the soul, so you really shouldn't be looking so deep.
And the way I grew up, it's like we're not all up in people's faces. It's not the culture and stuff like that. However, because of this girlfriend of mine who was all in the face, I was, when I had my kids, I was like, there's something about looking someone in their face and being very steady. Especially in America, I find that that's something, when you lower your gaze, Americans think that you are not sincere. And so when I have my children, they look, some of my kids, they'll
you always look me dead in my eye whenever I'm ready to come tell you something. And that's how
I let them, so they look in the eye too, because I realize, well, this is where they're growing up. They're growing up in America.
Well, I don't do it all the time. I do it sometimes.
Yeah. When you know that when you're in the mosque or something, you're not going to be all up in the man's face. And, although sometimes, we forget that, this is where in the mosque, we can't look all in the ball eyes. Lower thy gaze.
Oh, yeah, with the man, yeah.
And then,
you can't be looking at a cute brother and be like, ooh. You have to be like, ooh.
So that's, and even with the same sex too.
Yeah.
You're looking all up in the eyeballs. But
I feel like I've gotten really shy and introverted since COVID. Like I used to be such an extrovert. Like so now even if I'm out in public or whatever, somebody still get me. Like I'm not gonna be like I'll be like. Yeah. I feel like even when I'm on the motorcycle, I'll be like.
Yeah. Well, so because of just the way you go about your day, I think that people recognize that you are a foreigner.
I mean, the Africans here are very nosy. They are very nosy, especially if you're like an American coming in. They're always just like, they can always tell when you're American. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I just think it's just maybe the way you are, it's just a little thing. It's a really little thing.
Who else
they can just tell that you're foreign.
Probably.
And so they are staring,
Yeah. Okay, but who else do we gotta talk about? I think we talked about Brett, we talked about Marshall, we talked about
Kwame,
Zach, Kwame.
I think that
was everyone. Yeah. All right, good. But it's Mary.
And
I invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. Bye.